All right. How's everyone doing? Welcome. Trying a new format. As you can see, getting a better view, perspective of what's going on my end here. We're going to be doing the weekend race schedule for Saturday, July 6th and Sunday, July 7th. All right. So this the Periscope, the regular Periscope morning live race schedule is going to sort of phase out, where this is going to take over on a regular basis. I hope everyone appreciated the race weekend recap that I did last Monday. That was fun to do, and look forward to doing that again this Monday. But let's get right into it. We're going to start with Saturday, July 6th, and there's just a ton going on. Before we begin, just so you know what's going on, I have on the TV over here the replay of the action that's been going on over at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. So that is an absolute blast to watch. For those of you lucky enough to be close to that event, and even attend that event, you're very lucky. Looks awesome. And on this screen over here, we're going to go through some of the scenes of what's happening over the next few days, over the next couple of days. So, as I said, let's get right into it for Saturday, July 6th. Let's go to the 24-hour series of Portimao for the GT and TCE class at the circuit of Algarve. So that is what we see right now on the big screen. The any 24-hour race is, it's going to be a rip. This one is this track, and I'm not all that familiar with the Algarve track, but this one looks pretty intense. And for a 24-hour race, it's like perfect. So looking forward to see if I can catch coverage of that. We'll get to the live watch schedule at the end of the live streaming schedule for a couple of the sites that I regularly follow, and we'll see if we can grab any of this live streaming action over the weekend. We're going to move on to the Blancpain GTWC Asia Series Round 4 at Fuji. So that's a 1 hour timed race. Blancpain has been putting on quite a show this season. Every week, each race is like better than the next. Again, I'm a big fan of Blancpain. Those of you who are regularly watch this, watch my little weekly little cast here, know that Blancpain is regularly shown on the GT World YouTube channel. So, which happens to be exactly where this feed is coming from right now. So this is courtesy of GT World as we speak. But that is going to be, once again, round 4 at Fuji. All right. Moving on, DTM. We're going to have the DTM race round 4 at the No Rising track. The Motor Trend website, motortrendondemand.com, has the whole season current, so you can stream, anything off what they have archived on the site there. So that's always great to know that that's available. I've also watched a little bit of this on Periscope when it has popped up. So awesome stuff. Moving forward, we have the IMSA Prototype Challenge, and this is going to be just looking at some past footage from the 6 Hours of the Glen. That was last week, which was awesome. What an event. But this is going to be round 4 at Motorsport, Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. So, when you look at an event like what they did last week at the 6 hours of the Glen. I know that uh, you had some IndyCar representatives there. I believe for a something for Bobby Rahal, and recognizing him, I believe, and the I think they were discussing the potential or the possibility of bringing an IndyCar race back to Watkins Glen, which would be tremendous. I know a lot of the road, even with NASCAR, the ratings, the viewing ratings are always pretty respectable. They always get a good showing for the TV, for the road courses that NASCAR does, and for obviously IndyCar. But the attendance itself for Watkins Glen at the track itself is a little rough. So I think they're trying to discuss coordinating running multiple races over a race weekend. So having a main race and of course getting some pretty key support series or multiple support series to support like a main headlining race, or maybe even two headlining races, which would be phenomenal. I think that track and that setting and everything about it just oozes awesomeness for racing. So I would love to see something like that happen at Watkins Glen. It would be a shame if the track only kept kind of locking down a couple events a year. It'd be nice to really lock down a few more events, big time events, get the coverage it deserves, and be that destination for a huge race weekend event. I think that would be amazing. So hopefully, knock on wood, something will come out of that. Moving forward, let's go to the Monster NASCAR Cup. We have round 18, the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona. Huh, awesome. Any race at Daytona is an awesome race. This is the what we're watching on the screen here is the practice from yesterday. So they're almost locked down. You know what? They might even be done with the qualifying by now. I'm a little off of my timing on that, so don't quote me. But that is going to be that's the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Okay, so that's going to be a fun one. Looking forward to that. By the way, a lot of racing this weekend. This is a huge schedule, so we're going to try to keep the pace going right through this. Next item is the Supercars V8s. And we have the round 8, the Wapak Townsville 400 Race 1. That's a 200-kilometer race, and that's the Townsville Street Circuit in Australia. So, again, beautiful. Let me tell you, I think as a whole, I know I'm going to get like negative comments on this, obviously, but I think when I watch V8 supercars, the tracks, like, they have the most awesome tracks. I think as a whole, for if you take like just an average of tracks in their season, I think the V8 supercars have the best overall collection of tracks. And I know that someone's going to say like, oh no, DTM has the best tracks. No, Formula One has the best track. They're all good, but V8's got some just cool, long, sweeping turn track. It's got like the best collection of like altitude changes and like just scenery. Like, there's something very beautiful and distinct about each track that I always seem to just, when I'm watching it, I can't take myself like turning away from a race when I tune into V8 supercars. I just can't. Like, if I know there's like 5 races on and I'm making sure I'm watching something, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, I come across V8 supercars, I just can't turn away. Each track is just awesome. So love it. So I'm looking forward to that one. Moving forward, World Superbike. So we have World Superbike Round 8, Donington Park, Race 1. It's Donington. It's World Superbike. What's awesome? I mean, it's just going to be, that's just awesome. So, really, really looking forward to watching that. That's going to be a fun one. Moving forward, let's wrap up the Saturday. So we have WTCR. Let's get to it. WTCR round 16 Villa Real. That is going to wrap up the Saturday schedule of July 6th. Okay, so let's move forward onto Sunday, July 7th. We'll leave that up there for a second, and we're going to have a continuation of the 24-hour series at Portimao. And then we have a continuation of the Blancpain GTWC Asia round 4 of Fuji, but it's race 2, 1 hour race. Continuation of DTM round 4 no rising, race 2. Okay, and then we have we actually have FIA European Drag Racing round 3, the Nitro Nationals from Cuava. So that'll be exciting. Unfortunately, and just trying to do some research, not a lot of media surrounds the FIA European Drag Racing. I know I mentioned it in the schedule, as you know, we go week to week through the schedules. I wish there was more out there. There isn't. I wish they would post more on YouTube, and maybe do a little bit more with their social media. But always fun to catch clips of that when you can. We're going to move forward. Continuation of the IMSA, well, we have the IMSA WeatherTech Championship. On Saturday was the IMSA Prototype Challenge, but then we go to the IMSA WeatherTech Championship, round 7 at Motorsports, which is awesome. And then we go to, we're going to have the MotoGP round 9. So that's going to be the HJC Helmets Motorrad Grand Prix of Deutschland at the Sachsenring. Cool, man. So I'm looking forward to that. Once again, same way you say, say it's World Superbike. Hey, it's MotoGP. You know, that's one of those things. You're flipping the channel. MotoGP is on. You're no longer flipping channels. It doesn't get much better than that. MXGP is up next. So we have the MXGP round 12 of Indonesia. Okay, that is going to be an absolute rip. Once again, as I was stating with, I think, the V8 Supercars, MXGP, super cool tracks. Super cool tracks. Real fun to watch. If you're interested in MXGP, the website on YouTube is MXGP TV on YouTube. You'll catch a lot of highlights, a lot of interviews. Great stuff. Moving forward, this is continuation of Sunday, July 7th. We're going to get to NHRA. Never a complete weekend without a little NHRA. So we have round 13 of New England Nationals at the New England Dragway in New Hampshire. So it's never a complete race weekend without a little NHRA. Awesome. Awesome. Then we get into the continuation of the V8 Supercars, round 8. But it's race 2 at the Wattpack Townsville 400. World Superbike continuation, round 8 at Donington Park, but it's going to be races 2 and 3. And then we get into a continuation of the WTCR Villa Real, but it's races 17 and 18. Whew. Okay, so that wraps up. This guy's pushing his bike over Goodwood. You know, when you do those vintage motorcycles, something's bound to happen somewhere. But let's get into where we can watch let's see where we can watch some of the stuff. So if we go to, let's look at Motor Trend. So on Motor Trend, as I mentioned, they're putting up a ton of the, right there, they're putting up a ton of the Goodwood Festival of Speed coverage. So they're covering just all the runs up the hill. They have a festival of speed drift arena. They have that coverage going on. You're going to see the blank pane on Motor Trend. You're also going to see the V8 supercars. Lamborghini Super Trofeo. That is going to be on also. Let me see what else we got here. We have, this is all on Saturday. Festival Speed. Oh, DTM also on Saturday. FIA World Touring Car Cup Race 1. You got the 24 Hours at Portimao. Euro Formula Open Race 1 at the Hungaroring. Some things that I didn't cover. DTM. International GT Open. They got the WTCR. Wow, they got everything going on. Yeah, that's what's going on with Motor Trend. So they're covering a lot. Let's see what else we got over at motorsport.tv. And that's the website, actually, www.motorsport.tv. On July 6th, Goodwood, they're covering Goodwood. Then you have the Italian Formula 4 Championships from the Hungaroring, Race 1. And that is on Saturday. Then you have the Formula Regional European Championship, also on Saturday from Hungaroring. And then you have the Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup Live from Sachsenring. And then you have also, very cool, they're covering some esports, the R Factor 24 at Le Mans. That's tomorrow, July 6th on Motorsports, motorsport.tv, the R Factor 24 at Le Mans. I'm totally checking that out. That'd be great. The Porsche GT3 Cup in Canada at the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. That is being covered tomorrow. And then getting into Sunday, the 7th, wow, a lot of stuff, a lot of Goodwood coverage. Continuation of the Italian Formula 4, continuation of the Formula Regional European Championships, Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup Live continued into Sunday. The Italian Formula 4 Championship continued into Sunday. Porsche GT3 Cup Canada continued into Sunday. Yeah, and that wraps up what's going on motorsport.tv. Wow. Great stuff. So, listen, guys, all this information is on the regular, right there you go, my regular Twitter feed, at Flyin18T, Flyin, the number 1, the number 8, the letter T, and that's also on my, that's also on Periscope, that's on the Instagram, and that's on YouTube. Obviously, this video going up on YouTube. So you can always catch all the information there. You can text me, grab me there anytime. After this weekend, going into Monday, I plan on doing a wrap-up of the results of all the races. Like I said, I really enjoyed doing the last wrap-up. Really nice seeing how each series is unfolding and the results, and who's catching up, who's not catching up. But a lot of fun. Really looking forward to it. I believe that is going to be a wrap. Okay? I really appreciate you guys checking us out. Questions, comments, suggestions, I'm open to feedback. Let me know. Give me your feelings. Anything else you'd like me to cover, like to see. But this is just, I'm trying to be very careful about when I'm doing a race schedule, just to do the schedule, not get too sidetracked, go off on too many tangents, and then the on the Monday race weekend wrap up, once again, not get caught up in discussing too many scheduled things that are coming up. Just keep to the races. So I'm trying to be very regimented about everything. So once again, I appreciate everyone tuning in, and have a great weekend. A ton of stuff to watch, and I will see you on Monday. Take care.